So I'm going to be doing a beginner spread for my tarot readers. So I'm just going to be using a $1 Maverick Jumbo deck of playing cards. Anybody can get this, it's super accessible, and you'll find them at Family Dollars and different kinds of Dollar Generals and the like. And I'm just gonna shuffle them off cam, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do a little bit of simple explanations. So we're going to start with a simple past, present, and future. A lot of people will be like, hey, this is actually let me gather my words. You'll find that people will not know where the energy is being drawn from, or how do we know if this is a reliable source. And anyone who's gotten a reading knows that the accuracy can be super case specific, to the point where it's all like, are you spying on me? What's going on? And I'm here to explain. So let's go ahead, and this is interesting. This would kind of be like the Ace of Cups. This would be like the Ace of Wands. And this would be like the Three of Wands. Now, quite frankly, you'll find that many people will just resort to, this is the Gilded Tarot deck, by the way, and I'm just using this as an example. Like, most people will resort to the imagery because you'd be able to be like, okay, this is the High Priestess. We know what that symbolism looks like. This is a Knight of Pentacles. You know what that symbolism looks like. You'd think it'd be easier to break down the energy. But I always tell people there's a difference between reading cards and being a reader. You can look at symbolism as much as you like, but if you can't discern the energy, the reading is not going to be as accurate as you'd like for it to be. Because even when you're looking at the symbolism of the cards, there will still be some accuracy there, but it won't be to the degree that will be satisfactory, not for you nor for the client. So if I were reading this in context of, giving a client a reading, I'd be like, okay, so if Three of Wands is present aspecting the Ace of Wands, I would personally be like, number one, there's nothing really felt here in regards to health. But I will say that because two aces are present, I feel like this is a lot of beginning energy, a lot of potential energy, more so than kinetic. This energy is kind of resting. There's really a lot of contemplation here. There's a lot of planning, a lot of methodical kind of energy, if you will, and not enough execution. And Three of Wands would indicate that someone has already started on that path. So I feel like this isn't inherently a, not quote unquote positive reading, but more so a reading kind of forcing someone to get their shit together, get your affairs in order. Because if you want to actually come into this Three of Wands energy, then you have to be able to actually execute, which is what's shown here between the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Now, with the Ace of Cups present, this makes me feel like this particular individual may have emotions that are getting in the way of what they need to do. Because when you think of Ace of Wands, because like the Ace of Swords, you think, oh, I'm victorious, I'm executing, this is my singular sword, I'm going to be, I'm going to be tackling all of my endeavors with the utmost accuracy. However, when it comes to this particular case right here, it's kind of all like, I know what I need to do, but my heart is saying something else. Alright, so, ooh, such an amateur mistake. A finger in the way of the camera. So we're just going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to choose one singular card from here. I'm going to choose a singular card from over here, and I'm going to choose the very bottom card. So we're already starting off with like Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, King of Cups, and Ten of Pentacles. Ooh, seven. Oh, this is interesting. Wait. Hold on. So, for my baby witches and those who are dabbling in the occult and want to be readers and people who are basically doing practice, I want you all to look into the Chaldean order. I want you all to look in the significance of numerology and astrology, because it very much does tie into reading things like the tarot, even on a basis level. Because if you look at the 7 and you look at the 10, when it comes to astrology, this is Capricorn, this is Libra. When you look at the symbolism of both the 7 and 10 of Pentacles inside of the tarot, it is Taurus. It's a lady watering her plants or tending to some kind of plants. And then the 10 of Pentacles is usually going to be a chest of some sort, and it's going to be 10 pentacles, and it's going to be representative of, you know, getting your affairs in order, wills, things of the like, large amounts of money, lump sums, jackpots, lotteries, stumbling across random blessings, random things being given to you, gifts and things of the like. And then you have King of Cups here. And when I think of King of Cups, I think of, like, you know, an ideal friend, an ideal partner, someone who has more androgynous features rather than when you think of like the King of Wands or the King of Swords, where it's more so defined. And I think that having these kind of preconceived notions when it comes to just looking at the symbolism rather than reading the energy itself can be very pivotal when it comes to understanding how to read the tarot later on in your journey as things become more complex and you research more. And I highly recommend, if you're going to be in, you know, when you're doing your deep dives, just to keep an open mind, because when it comes to spiritual occurrence is of any kind, it's just, you have to be ready to encounter anything. And even this kind of stuff, it's all like, well, that's doozy. But I think that it's definitely eye-opening. So I am going to end this video here, but this is basically me breaking down how I read cards, because as you stray further away from, you know, your beginning phase, and I wouldn't even call it that, because at the end of the day you can't know all that there is to know when it comes to the occult. You never can. It's predated us, and it's predated so many things and so many practices. It's just hard to become a master at anything, but you can definitely educate yourself and keep an open mind, and keep an open mind to any kind of possibility and occurrence, and you'll find that that's where you learn the most. When you have a closed mind when it comes to spirituality and the occult and things of the like, you find that there's really not much to learn. But I will end it here. Thank you so much. This has been Seduction, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.